Welcome to Trending Update USA. This is your home for the biggest stories, the boldest opinions, and the most talked about names in sports, and I am Stefan. Today we dive into a fascinating crossover conversation that is setting social media buzzing and sparking debates across tennis and pickleball communities alike. Eugenie Bouchard, a former Wimbledon finalist who has successfully transitioned into professional pickleball, has offered her honest assessment of how quickly Coco Gauff could dominate pickleball if she ever chose to make the switch, and the real challenges that would stand in her way. This isn't just a casual comment from one athlete to another. This is a rare, insider perspective from someone who knows elite tennis, understands the grind of reinvention, and is living proof that pickleball is no longer just a backyard pastime but a serious competitive arena. Coco Gauff, still only in her early 20s, has already achieved what many players spend an entire career chasing. Grand Slam titles, world #1 conversations, global endorsements, and a level of fame that extends far beyond the tennis court. Her athleticism, speed, defensive instincts, and mental toughness have made her one of the most compelling figures in modern tennis. Naturally, as pickleball continues its explosive rise, fans have begun to wonder what would happen if a generational tennis talent like Gauff ever stepped into the sport. Eugenie Bouchard didn't shy away from that question. Speaking with the authority of experience, she acknowledged that Coco Gauff's raw tools would immediately make her competitive in pickleball. According to Bouchard, Gauff's court coverage, hand-eye coordination, and ability to read opponents would translate almost instantly. In pickleball, reaction time at the net is everything, and Gauff's lightning-fast reflexes, honed through years of elite tennis rallies, would give her an edge from day one. Bouchard emphasized that Coco's movement alone could separate her from many current pickleball professionals. The sport may be played on a smaller court, but it demands constant balance, explosive lateral steps, and the ability to recover quickly after every exchange. Gauff's conditioning, footwork, and agility would allow her to thrive in extended dink rallies and sudden speed-ups that define high-level pickleball. However, Bouchard was equally clear that dominance would not come automatically. One of the biggest misconceptions, she explained, is that pickleball is simply easier tennis. While the learning curve may be shorter in some respects, the sport has its own technical nuances and strategic depth. Coco Gauff, despite her immense talent, would face a steep adjustment period if she truly wanted to dominate rather than just compete. One of the main challenges Bouchard highlighted is the soft game. In tennis, power and spin often dictate points, especially on faster surfaces. In pickleball, patience and touch are king. The dink game at the non-volley zone, often lasting dozens of shots, requires extreme finesse and restraint. For a player like Gauff, who is used to punishing short balls and dictating with pace, learning when not to attack could be one of the hardest mental adjustments. Bouchard noted that many former tennis players struggle with this exact issue. The instinct to hit through the court can be a liability in pickleball, where overhitting leads to unforced errors and lost points. Coco's ability to adapt mentally, to embrace a slower, more surgical style when necessary, would determine how quickly she could rise to the top. Another obstacle in Gauff's path would be mastering the unique equipment. The paddle, significantly different from a tennis racket, changes how spin, power, and control are generated. Bouchard explained that while Gauff would adapt faster than most, fine-tuning paddle control takes time. Shots like the reset, the roll volley, and the perfectly weighted drop shot require muscle memory that only comes through repetition. There is also the matter of doubles play. At the highest levels, pickleball is largely a doubles-dominated sport. Communication, positioning, and chemistry with a partner are critical. Coco Gauff, though she has doubles experience in tennis, would need to recalibrate her instincts. Pickleball doubles demands constant teamwork at the kitchen line, synchronized movement, and shared decision-making in split-second moments. Bouchard pointed out that some of the best pickleball players in the world are not the most physically imposing or powerful athletes, but rather the smartest and most adaptable. Strategy, anticipation, and shot selection often outweigh brute force. Coco Gauff's tennis IQ would help her, but she would still need time to learn the tendencies and patterns unique to pickleball opponents. Despite these challenges, Bouchard made it clear that if Coco Gauff ever committed fully to pickleball, the timeline for success could be remarkably short. With focused training, competitive matches, and the right coaching, Bouchard believes Gauff could contend for major pickleball titles within a year. Dominance, however, might take longer, as the very top players have years of specialized experience. The conversation also touched on motivation. Coco Gauff is currently at the peak of her tennis career, with unfinished business and a legacy still being written. Bouchard stressed that mental hunger plays a huge role in pickleball success. The grind of traveling, competing, and constantly improving doesn't disappear just because the court is smaller. For Gauff, the question wouldn't be whether she could succeed, but whether she would want to dedicate herself to yet another demanding professional journey. Financial and commercial considerations were also discussed. Pickleball is growing rapidly, with sponsorships, media coverage, and prize money increasing every year. A star like Coco Gauff would instantly become the face of the sport, attracting massive attention and accelerating its global reach. Bouchard acknowledged that this spotlight brings pressure as well. Expectations would be sky high, and every loss would be scrutinized. There's also the cultural shift. Tennis and pickleball have different atmospheres. Pickleball crowds are often louder, closer to the court, and more interactive. Some players thrive in that environment, feeding off the energy, while others find it distracting. Coco Gauff, known for embracing big moments and passionate fans, would likely adapt well, but it would still be a new experience. What makes Bouchard's assessment particularly compelling is her honesty. She didn't hype Coco Gauff as an instant, unbeatable force, nor did she downplay her potential. Instead, she painted a realistic picture of opportunity and challenge, talent and transition. Her message was clear: Coco Gauff has the tools to dominate pickleball, but respect for the sport and commitment to learning would be essential. For fans, this conversation opens up exciting possibilities. Imagining Coco Gauff battling elite pickleball players at the kitchen line is thrilling. It also underscores the legitimacy of pickleball as a professional sport capable of attracting the world's best athletes. As pickleball continues to grow, crossover discussions like this will only become more common. Players from tennis, badminton, squash, and table tennis are all exploring the sport, each bringing unique strengths and facing unique challenges. Coco Gauff stands out not just because of her talent, but because of her star power and influence. Whether or not Coco ever steps onto a professional pickleball court, Eugenie Bouchard's assessment serves as a powerful reminder. Athletic greatness is transferable, but dominance is never automatic. It must be earned, adapted, and refined. Here at Trending Update USA, we'll continue to follow every angle of this evolving story, from the rise of pickleball to the stars who could shape its future. I'm Stefan, and this has been your deep dive into one of the most intriguing, what-if, conversations in sports today.